here in Rome, just moments away from kickoff. Maria Marotta, the referee, gets us underway. It is Roma in their traditional colours, with the maroon and yellow trim up against the Genoa side that don't play in the blue and red, but instead turn out in the white with red trim today. And Roma will be looking for an early chance to get themselves in front. Maya Antoine with the first touch out towards Oladipo on the far side. Antoine, a little bit of a stretch for the Canadian, who gets a chance to start. The 24-year-old from Toronto finds captain Giuliano playing in midfield, coming deeper to collect, allowing Vian to drift to the side, looks for that cross in. Both these sides very dangerous from deliveries out wide. Roma, 8 goals this season from crosses. Genoa, second on the standings in that regard. 7 goals have come from crosses so far this campaign. Very experienced Sebastian De La Fuente, appointed in July last year, was hoping to see his side maintain their status. He's achieved success in promotions with men's sides and with women's sides as well. And maybe, just maybe, if they manage to hang on to Coach De La Fuente, Genoa could find themselves back in the top flight at the end of next campaign. Bergamaschi with a longer ball that Decrisio is happy to blast away to the near side. Brought under control very nicely indeed by Monterubiano. It's quick and a chance to push forward. Corentiova, 37-year-old, starting in goal ahead of Camilla Forcinella for today's tie. Getting an opportunity, having joined from Serie B Team Freedom in the summer of 2025. Oladipo to the Australian, Winnie Heatley, a handful of players who's received a red card this campaign. Although on the yellow card count, Roma sits as the most disciplined side in Serie Women. For a ball out to the far side, Frøy Dorsen tries to get on the end of it, the teenage Norwegian recently signed. Antoine. Tremendous season in the Swedish top flight last season. Allsvenskan, only player to actually feature in every minute of the top flight in Sweden last campaign, as she turned up for Norrköping and made her way to Roma in January. Back to Antoine. The halfway line, just taps it back towards Heatley, who turns 25 next month. Oladipo. The ball spills free, chance to be cleared, and indeed poked away. Genoa, maybe a chance of a goal up front. Alice Sondergaard, who scored the all-important historic first goal for Genoa in Serie A earlier this campaign, and just on the stroke of half-time. What turned out to be a 2-1 defeat to AC Milan on opening day. Bursting run, Dragoni showing her ability and why she's been signed by Barcelona. Currently back on loan at Roma. Deep delivery in, not quite cleared. Eventually this will be worked to safety by Acuti. Oladipo wins it back. Chiki looking for a touch on it, and Oladipo will tidy up. Challenging Acuti, puts the ball out of play on the far side. It's the delivery from Bergamaschi that proved problematic for Acuti. Just in behind Decrisio. And Dorsen for Roma, unable to get on the end of it as she would have liked. To the near side, Vian. Again, decent looking delivery. Eli getting behind it. Ball away towards Monterubiano. Covered by Giuliano. Back towards the defence when Oladipo brings it under control. Heatley again. Special day for Roma though. It's all about the celebration come the end of this tie in the Eternal City. The stands are absolutely jam-packed to watch the trophy handover come the end of this tie. Regardless of the result, Roma have secured the title and Genoa will be relegated. Yeah, looking for that return ball towards Giuliano. It doesn't quite work out. Instead, Genoa look to play a couple of 1-2s. Squischieri wasn't able to find the return ball to Monterubiano. Heatley. Oladipo. Control from the 21-year-old who joined from Robo Queens in Nigeria on a 2-year contract last year. Cheeky. Hungarian on loan from Women's Super League club Tottenham Hotspur. Just sitting in front of the defence. Oladipo playing out wide, very happy to play either in a full-back position or in central defence. Seeking a little bit of space. It's a burst of energy down the flank. Harvey on her way into the area. De Cricio's read it very nicely indeed. The former Roma player, now 33, Federica De Cricio. She spent her entire career in Italy except for a short stint in Norway with Avaldsnes in 2021. Her career spans back to her debut with Serie in 2009. Sviem again pushing forward into a danger area. This time it's Dragoni who's made the run. Bergamaschi looks for a way through. Giuliano waits, dangerous on the edge of the area. Cheeky looks to steer it out wide into the path of Harvey. Dorsin doesn't stay central, instead she goes out to the far side. Akuti tries to prevent the ball from coming in toward the back post, and Bergamaschi had read it just about perfectly. And ultimately no finish to come for Roma. They've threatened in the opening minutes. Just the slightest of touches, I suspect, from Heidi Giles, which has knocked the ball off the trajectory, was heading towards Bergamaschi. De Cricio takes the throw in herself. Combative player. Andrea Vigilucci. Scored 3 goals in her career against Roma. Vigilucci again. Still very much at the forefront of the best statistics defensively. Most interceptions by any player in Serie A Women this season from Vigilucci. Roma Women can celebrate already. Players on the park for now. They'll be wanting to handle the game at hand. Part of what is proving to be a bit of a golden generation for this Roma side. The 3rd league crown in the last 4 years for AS Roma. For Genoa though, a few positives to take from this, including their ability to hit on transition. They've scored more goals than any other team from counter-attacks this campaign. Norali Dami looking for that touch. It'll come off Dragoni, out of play, corner. So Genoa have an early chance. Kuti among those making a charge with Norali Dami. 9-year-old Norwegian on the park for this Genoa side, who nearly produced heroics on opening day. Deep, 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 far too deep. This one ballooned over the top. Rachele Baldi happy to get play back underway from the goal kick. Only joined Roma in August last year, was on loan at Inter from Fiorentina the previous season, with Francesca Durante going the other way. She's got an excellent save rate, as Baldi has the best percentage of saves in Serie A this season. And the Roma have the highest number of clean sheets. 12 is the aim, 11 so far. They do not want to concede against Genoa. Here's Giuliano looking to score. Lovely little 1-2s. Vian tried the little combination play with the dangerous Dragoni. Not to be. Antoine with a good attacking header as well. And Heatley thought about going back to a keeper under pressure from Monterubiano. Instead opts to maintain possession. Finds Oladipo. Harvey. Cheeky wants it. Down under the challenge of Kushkieri. Kushkieri, very physical player, played mixed gender football until the age of 13 before she made her senior career debut at Birkirkara in Malta. The first Maltese female professional footballer to play outside of Malta. Conceding that free kick. Harvey, though, reducing enough danger to see this out of play for the corner. Goes to the corner. She produced the assist for the goal that took Roma to the 3 points against Genoa the first time they met this season. Delivery in. Viam brings it down the near post. Driving ball, rebounds kindly. Oladipo feeds Harvey. Harvey with a little bit of space. Might have taken a little bit of a deflection, but it's nicely collected by Maria Korenciova. Just over a dozen minutes have come and gone, and no goals as yet. You know, Roma wanting to change that sooner rather than later. Eli with the pass out towards Anastasia Ferrara, another former Roma player. She made her debut at Roma. We go on the attack. Dragoni out wide. Players waiting. It's a little too deep for Giuliano, who's making a telling run toward the back post. And again, the opportunities coming, but they're not quite so clinical as they'd like to be, Roma, so far. Giles looking to go deep. Not quite so deep. Viam squeezes it out wide, picked up by Akuti, left behind though, and it's a brilliant shot. It's a blistering effort. And a snapshot from Dragoni that's not too far away. That is Harvey. It's Dragoni who won the ball. And to be fair, Korenciova would have had it covered had it been on target. Di Grigio. And nobody there. Delay it back. Sonnegar standing out wide. Monterubiano looking to feed back towards her. Oladipo. He's looking ball down the line. Options are plenty. Waiting in midfield is Viam. Going through the centre though is Bergamaschi. That pass a little wide. Dorsin corrects her run, manages to maintain possession, keeps it in play. 4 players gather inside the area now, and that's going to roll out of play harmlessly for the goal kick. There were options certainly for the teenage Norwegian. Currently on loan from Paris Saint-Germain France. Only just onside. Just a little too heavy on the touch. So no goals as yet in the opening 15 minutes. Acuti. It'll be a Roma throw. Harvey. Looked like she was going to leave it initially, but threatened to throw and eventually does. Doesn't wait for Oladipo. Johnson again in, but away by Vigiliucci. Oladipo gets away from two. It's a good play on call from the referee. Dragoni showing her skill again. Giuliano. This one blocked. The pass has not gone quite where they would have liked. Giles with a successful tackle. Kushkieri feeds it down for Genoa, and Sonnegaard's got some space and pace, but can't beat the offside trap. So Sonnegaard scored that goal on half-time on match day 1 of this season against AC Milan, which had Genoa in front till the 86th minute, when the very dangerous Sevillanice, now playing in the United States in the NWSL, managed to find an equaliser 6 minutes from the 90, and then it was Chante Dompig who found the winner late in the game. And saw AC Milan claim an opening day victory over Genoa, but so many positives that Genoa could have found from that opening day. Header a little wide. Harvey it was, just brought down by Korenchova. Just a little momentum bump after the ball was on its way. Seeking a way through, Ferrara, 1-2, back to Sonnegaard, past Antoine. Takes a little deflection of Heatley. Looking to show their composure by running the ball out of their danger area, Roma. Vien comes deep, collects, lays it back to Giuliano. Cheeky. Oladipo. Showed some genuine quality as Oladipo in a time with Roma. Dragoni gets away from one nicely. Harvey now. Maybe a chance from range. Cheeky into that danger area just beyond Dragoni. Neatly and Baldi. Good communication between the two. Antoine. Genoa have it back, this time Ferrara. She didn't just make her debut with Roma, she did it in the Roma derby as well 4 years ago, almost to the day, May 2022 against Lazio. 21-year-old comes up against her childhood club. Caught up in midfield. Norali Ekdami comes away with possession. In behind Giles, one of 3 Canadians currently on the park. With Vien and Antoine. Roma have it back, courtesy of a successful challenge from Bergamaschi. Delivery decent again, away by Hilai. Bergamaschi continues to shine. The 29-year-old began her senior career in Switzerland at Rapid Lugano. That was now a good dozen years ago, but returned to Italy to play for Brescia it was back in 2017. And played with AC Milan, who obtained Brescia's license in 2018. And somebody who's been playing for the national team for a decade. From the corner on 20 minutes, Roma look for the lead. Giuliano into a crowded area. Giuliano knocks it back for a second time, won't get a chance to go for goal. Recovered by Bergamaschi. Cuschieri through the centre, Ferrara. Quite the pace of a few players around her, but she's got lovely control, very technical player. De Criscio. That's a big boot from De Criscio. Far too heavy for either Sondergaard or Monterubiano, and indeed the apologetic hand goes up from the fullback. Playing centre-back for today's tie. Just too far ahead of Harvey. Another player celebrating her birthday in just a few weeks' time. Turns 34 next month, does Emily Harvey. Oh, should love a goal today, Harvey. Only 2 foreign players have managed to score 20 Serie A goals for Roma. She's on 19. De Criscio retied her bootlaces, now takes the throw and that finds Liegdami. Oh, unhappy is the Hungarian. Couple of loan spells back to back for Chiki. He finds himself playing in midfield for Roma here in the championship game effectively. Played on loan at West Ham for the first part of the season. And joined the Roma in February. It's a drive from deep, but too far ahead of Sondergaard. And certainly not going to beat Baldi. Cuschieri this time with the apologetic hand raised. Hasn't scored a goal this campaign, but has 3 assists to her name. Dragoni. Antoine, back to Heatley. Marvellously cosmopolitan backline that Roma have for today's tie, with Oladipo of Nigeria, Antoine of Canada and Heatley of Australia. The 3 playing with Harvey out wide on the left and Bergamaschi out wide on the right. Chiki. Good control from Harvey. Up against Acuti, driving the opposition captain back. Delivery comes. It's initially parried to safety into the shin of Alma Hilai, which allowed Korenciova to re-grasp the ball and bring it under her control. Just parried it initially. You only get fingertips to it, but Hilai's boots. No concerns of a back pass there.
Follow!
Luca Rossettini, he'll be delighted that he's been able to lead this side back to success. 25 minutes have come and gone. Roma 0, Genoa 0. Genoa hasn't lost both league fixtures in Serie A without scoring at least one goal. But after the 1-0 loss in the first leg in January, Roma could become the first team that happens against. Should Roma win and Genoa do not manage to find the back of the net today. Roma looking to maintain several records, and among them is scoring in every game this season. Giuliano, decent looking delivery from Giuliano. Thought initially she was trying to go top corner. In the end, might have been looking for the pass in towards Dorsen, caught between the two options, tried the shot at goal. Kurinciova wise to the danger. But Giuliano from that sort of range, so often top corner. Game over kind of finish. A dozen goals for her this season, 5 assists as well. 17 goal involvements in a championship winning campaign. She's been standout as the leader and captain. Cheeky. Bergamaschi calling for the ball to come her way. Antoine. Cheeky. Pass incomplete, looking for Dragoni. Ferrara now. For the little 1-2 with Heidi Giles. Antoine. He spent 5 seasons playing collegiately for the Vanderbilt Commodores before starting her professional career. Usually it's 4 seasons, but got the exception because of the COVID delay. So she was allowed to play for the optional additional year collegiately. All that time spent with the Vanderbilt Commodores. And went to Sweden to play for Norrköping. Vien can't turn and shoot. Guscieri, his options, among them Monterubiano looks to go around the outside of Antoine, and recovery from Heatley. Baldi. Cheeky. Giuliano looking for that touch forward. Vienne again nicely positioned, couldn't make the successful touch as Decrisio got a toe poke in the way. Kurinciova finding Lee Dami. Behind Hilai, under pressure here from Vienne. Free kick, says Maria Marotta, the referee in charge. The first female referee to referee a professional men's game in Italy. That now some 5 years ago. Hilai. That's just a little too wide of Decrisio. Giuliano turned it beautifully. Vienne left it behind. Giuliano again. 3 wait for delivery. It's too long for any of them. Bergamaschi will keep it in play. Dragoni just a little too far ahead of her. How to regather her momentum and wait. Harvey. Giuliano waits out wide. Instead wants to cut back inside, does Harvey. And Genoa get to come away with it. Sondergaard. Monterubiano makes a run, but Sondergaard can't release her. Guscieri looks diagonal. Ball in behind Oladipo. Acuti chasing. She's initially a very attacking player, Arianna Acuti. Playing more as a a right full-back. Spent much of her time with Empoli. She was part of 2 squads that won promotion to Serie A. So half an hour has come and gone. 0-0 it remains in Roma. Decisive. Another throw for Genoa. Been a few moments where Genoa have been completely under pressure. Defensively, they've managed to absorb and withstand the pressure. Monterubiano back on her feet. She's got a little bit of space. Very difficult to get the ball off. Monterubiano. Touch of Heatley. Throw into Decisive again. Incredibly smart, intelligent player, Federica Decisive. Joined Genoa now 2 seasons ago. In the first season, helped the side to Serie A promotion. Somebody who first played in Serie A back in 2010 with Bardolino Verona. She even got UEFA Women's Champions League experience with the club before they rebranded. Oladipo. He lied down. Play on, says the referee. Marotta. She plays really good advantage, does Maria Marotta. One of the reasons she is so highly respected. There's an element of common sense to the way she referees a game and manages the players. Gilucci showing a little bit of speed and a burst of pace. Decent looking run forward, finds Giles as well. A little awkward for the Canadian. Gilucci can't recover this before Antoine sneaks in. It'll be a Roma throw. Pushkiri side steps. Heatley with a lunge that manages to get the ball away from immediate danger. Cheeky with a successful challenge as well, but Genoa keep winning it back. Delivery, Sundagar was high against Oladipo, but this time balloons it slightly. And goal as it remains, but a decent attack from Sebastian De La Fuente's side. Oladipo. Bien. That's somehow been kept in play. Genoa have won it back. Monterubiano. Wide, looking for a little way through here. Not only Igdami. Joined from Bran only a few months ago. A deal that's set to run until 2028. Straight through, comfortable for Baldi. Plenty of atmosphere around the venue. Stadio Tre Fontane in Rome. It's a celebratory day for the capital city club. Set to receive the trophy for the 3rd time. 4 seasons at that. Delivery in, Bergamaschi will keep it in play, cuts it back into that 6-yard area, but smothered again by Kurinciova. 37-year-old for Bratislava. Over 130 international appearances since her debut in 2006, nearly 20 years ago against Malta. Certainly in the twilight of her career, though. Giuliano. Oh, she would love to change the scoreline. Picked up by Sundegaard. Looking to get away. Nora Liekdami again. Back to Hilai. Viglucci. Liekdami. Buschieri. Dorset. Bergamaschi. Vien toward the back post. Maybe a little too far back. Akuti with a almost miraculous recovery. Manages to get that ball away from danger. We're inside the final 10 minutes of the opening half, and the Roma look lively, but still without a goal. Look to restart something. Monterubiano. Sundegaard. Flag stays down. Giles is coming in toward the back post. Sundegaard maintains possession. Decent looking delivery, but Baldi very quick on it. Eventually the offside flag is raised. Bergamaschi. Antoine. Tiki. Back to Heatley. Australian. Born in Port Douglas, Queensland. Moved to Brisbane though as a 15-year-old, hoping to pursue her football ambitions. Began her senior career with Brisbane Roar in the A-League Women. To Sweden within a year, and her career has developed significantly since then. Set to be a league winner here in Italy. Baldi always aware of danger. Sundegaard. 3 goals this season, the leading scorer for Genoa. Turns 23 this coming Friday. Might not be the happiest of birthdays given the season that has transpired for Genoa. She certainly has some positives as well to take from her campaign. Oladipo will not look positively on that. Allows the ball to roll effectively beyond her. And out of play. Drawing the ball for De Criscio. Emma Lipman, England-born Malta international. Another player who featured for Roma. It would have been 7 or 8 years ago now. Hilai. Viglucci. With Hilai from Scutari in northern Albania. Has lived in Italy for all of her adult life. She's been here since the age of 17. Started at Fiorentina in 2017. Hoping to inspire a goal here for Genoa, but nodded away by Heatley again. Too long. And too wide. Akuti was waiting for the ball to come her way. Inside the final 5 minutes of the opening half now. Roma 0, Genoa 0. There have been chances for both sides, all without success. Oladipo. Significantly better footwork in this passage of play. Ball quickly up towards Vien, who again can't complete the pass. Yeah, remarkably, he's only got 3 league goals this season, but in the Coppa Italia alone, she's got 5.
Grazie. Stava dando fastidio.
Dragoni, cheeky. Expansive play now from Roma. Got some pace going forward as well. Cheeky, very technical player, loves to use that dangerous left boot of hers, but very capable with both feet. A Hungarian international. Harvey will take the throw herself. Not for the first time in the game. Oladipo with a challenge. Monterubiano is down. Also not for the first time in the game. Oladipo won the last edition of the Women's Africa Cup of Nations with Nigeria and Morocco. That's set to be played in a couple of months' time as well. Fascinating final it was. Nigeria were... Bergamaski got that slightly wrong. Straight into the back of her teammate Antoine, but no harm done as it rebounded kindly. Ball in towards Vien. Controls nicely against Vigilucci. Sweeping ball to the far side. Oladipo back in for a challenge on Monterubiano. Oladipo having played in that Women's AFCON final. The last one where Super Falcons came from 2-0 down to snatch a 3-2 victory against the hosts in the final. With an added time winner, 3-2. Hilai, Albanian international now for the last 7 years. Made a debut against Finland in 2019. Grenchova steering the ball out wide. Liagdami wanting possession back. Sondergaard chases. Heatley, long ball forward. Rolls out to play harmlessly for the goal kick. We're a minute plus some added time away from half-time. The young Norwegian attacker on loan from PSG, the 19-year-old from Trondheim in Norway. A city more renowned for cross-country skiers than football, perhaps. Norway, the most successful nation at the Olympic Winter Games. More medals and more golds than any other. And virtually all of the most decorated Winter Olympians from Norway. Delivery back, just over the head of Bergamaski. A little cutback was certainly on. Bergamaski's been lurking. seeking further goals this season. She's already snaffled 2. Dragoni, Chiki chips it into the danger area, away by Hilai, and that'll be free kick to Genoa. We've gone to the 45-minute mark. A little bit of a warning coming here. And first a little chat and then straight to half-time. No additional time at the break between the Roma and Genoa. Very little interruption to the game flow. Good advantage played by Maria Marotta throughout this entire game. And indeed, on the celebratory day that is to see AS Roma crowned victors of Serie A for a 3rd time. We have no additional time through 45 minutes, and we have no goals as yet either. No yellow cards. We've got one big discussion developing between Manuela Giuliano and Maria Marotta. But at the break then, Roma might feel a little aggrieved and might feel a little frustrated. They certainly haven't been able to genuinely test Gorenciova in the Genoa goal. Roma 0, Genoa 0 at half-time. At the Stadio Tre Fontane in Rome, it is AS Roma and Genoa who meet in this Serie A women fixture on match day 22, the final day of the league campaign. Roma set to be crowned champions, and indeed Genoa set to be relegated. It's top versus bottom, and it's half-time. Well, Norma Cinotti with the shin guards in, getting her boots on. She finds herself as among the players on the bench today for Genoa, but will have a chance to come onto the park for the second 45. So change. That sees Cuschieri off at half-time and Cinotti on. Cinotti, 3 goals this campaign. Sondergaard leading scorer, and she makes her way on now to add a little more impetus in midfield. So the only change at half-time, and that goes the way of Genoa. The Rosso-Blu, who today turn out in white with red trim, up against the Roma side, who have 16 wins in their previous 21 matches this campaign. Only the 1 loss so far for Roma this season. A team that has been otherwise rampant outside of that 5-2 defeat to Fiorentina, which came on match day 5, which gave Inter a bit of a sniff for the longest time. Defending champions Juventus got off to a rather woeful start. Saw them take an age to get into their campaign. They'll finish 3rd, Inter 2nd. Roma champions though. 16 consecutive matches beyond that. They have not tasted defeat, and into the Coppa Italia final as well. On the far side, Bergamaschi, decent looking delivery. Goalless at the break between the sides. Dragoni looks to bring it down, wins it nicely. Roma again, a little bit of a push here, but with Monterubiano I think down, Cuschieri puts the ball out of play. Chiki, Hungarian. This is Antoine and Monterubiano. A little coming together. Looks to have landed awkwardly on her right shoulder here, Monterubiano, so this is not serious for her sake. Dangerous campaign, a very good dribbler of the ball. Scored against Roma while at Sassuolo in that tremendous 6-5 league fixture almost 2 years ago to the day, May 2024. 11 goals in a campaign, only one of 2 results in Serie A women's fixtures over the years that has seen both sides score at least 5 goals. Giles runs onto it now, a little too powerful ahead of her, and Baldi, that should have been regulation. Just with a little spill, but no immediate danger. So just the one change at half-time. With Serie making her way off, and Norma Cinotti making her way on. Vienne. 3 players wait for the cut back, and she misses all of her pressing teammates. Harvey inside of Akuti. Harvey thought it took a little touch off Akuti, and Roma. Yeah, I have to agree with Harvey. I thought that was off Akuti on the way out. Maria Marotta in charge of this fixture. Freya Dorsin, relatively new recruit. Hails from Trondheim, the city that lays claim to the greatest winter Olympian of them all, Johannes Husflot Klamo, the cross-country skier. Trondheim, so many marvellous, magical experiences for anybody visiting Norway. It certainly has a sporting culture. Oladipo back towards Heatley, from a sporting nation in Australia. Deeply competitive across just about any sporting code, Australians. Sonnegar has possession here. Dami thought about coming away with it instead. Antoine gathers possession, put under pressure by Cinotti. Dami. Hilai. Just putting a boot through this one is Maria Korenchova. Still Genoa possess that confidence to run the ball out of their danger area. We've done it throughout this campaign. This one will be spilled, and Harvey will pick up on it ahead of Decrisio. Good recovery from Liegdami. Be picked up by Akuti though. Decrisio. So 5 minutes gone in the second half. Goalless it remains. Only the one change. Cinotti on at half time then for Buschieri for Genoa. But today is about Roma and their celebrations to come. Can they finish it with a flourish? Dragoni, a jinxing run, decent looking delivery, and indeed the finish is crisp as well, perfectly placed. Giulia Dragoni has half a dozen goals this season, and the 19-year-old manages half a dozen this campaign. On loan from Barcelona. It's her 10th goal involvement. 6 goals to go with her 4 assists, and Roma lead just after half-time. It was a lovely pass, picked up with her right boot, but she's got a very dangerous lift. Snakes past a couple. Once she got past Vigilucci, a little bit of an eye for the goal, but she had Decrisio and Hilai on their heels. And then just a driving low ball beyond Korenchova. Doesn't drill it, just places it perfectly back beyond the starting Genoa goalkeeper. And Roma now on course for a 17th win this campaign. And it's Dragoni who separates the sides currently. The mild delay just confirming that everything is right in order. But Dragoni, who made a senior debut at Inter Milan under Rita Guarino in 2022, just days after his 16th birthday, has got the goal. So Maria Marotta says we can get proceedings underway, and indeed Sonnegar with a little pushback for Genoa. Monterubiano. Antoine for Roma. Heatley. Sonia under pressure from Oladipo. He comes away unscathed and then wins the free kick. Antoine. All right, again, decent looking delivery. The passing game has been on point. Korenchova, maybe under a little bit of pressure from Dorsin, decides to punch that ball away. Vigiluzzi has possession. She's under pressure from Bergamaschi. On her quickly. Giles back to help out, and the Canadian sends one down the line. Picked up by Antoine. Cheeky back on her inside, but it's not to go that way. Instead forward towards the goal scorer, Dragoni. The first Italian player to win the UEFA Women's Champions League crown. Italian women's player. She did that with Barcelona. She joined back in January of 2023. She won the league title, Copa del Reina, the Supercopa, and the UEFA Women's Champions League with Barcelona. She spent some time back in Italy on loan. So 9 minutes down, and we're going to see change. Emily Harvey is going to make way. A couple of players coming on. Giulia Galli, a dangerous 18-year-old, is making her way on first. A little time will be allowed for the sentiment and the occasion. Harvey makes way. And Giulia Galli will be on in her stead momentarily. And then Alaya Pilgrim is going to make her way on as well. The 23-year-old Swiss star. So Dorsin, the player who's off, and Pilgrim is on. Throwing up Prinskog Dorsin. No goal today for Dorsin, who scored twice. Pilgrim is on. Now 23, half Jamaican, half Swiss, but Swiss international. Vien. Bergamaschi. Cicchi. Dragoni waits in a pocket of space, well forward of the Genoa defence. Doesn't come away, instead back to Antoine, who's under a little pressure from Monterubiano. Harvey done. And she can wait for the trophy lift to come at the end of this tie. Couldn't find that 20th Serie A goal for Roma today. Only two other players have managed to achieve that mark. Vienne is one of them. She's got 22 in Serie A. The other is Andresa. He's got 26 Serie A goals. 40 in total for Roma. Vienne has 41. As it stands, although she'd love to change that either in today's tie or indeed in the Coppa Italia final. That's to come in just over a week's time, where Roma will take on the league champions of last season, on the side that has already won the Super Cup and the Serie A Women's Cup this campaign, Juventus. Juventus could still escape with 3 titles this season, despite finishing 3rd in the campaign. Nicely taken by Korenchova. Akuti on her way. Oladipo happy to put the ball out of the path of Monterubiano. Decisive. Dragoni. Good footwork back inside, but nicely stolen by Liekdami. Genoa with some exceptional athleticism. Play on is the call. Good advantage being played. Monterubiano's down. Long range effort here, and it's not too far away. Well, that is nearly magic from Vigilucci. Monterubiano had gone down. Little advantage being played. This Heatley has just received the first yellow card of this game. Cheeky will battle to get on the end of this, nearly does. Cinotti battles hard to win it back, but now an opportunity for Dragoni again. An expansive running game of Roma on display once more. Dragoni can finish with either boot, looks for the pass with her left, and Decrisio anticipates well. Oladipo and Monterubiano. Decent matchup between those two today. Heatley. Cheeky just calling for Heatley to slow things down. Here's Pilgrim. Might fancy an effort from range. She's got a wonderful boot from range. Looks for the pass. Bergamaschi will run onto this. Dragoni in a pocket of space. Giuliano positions herself in a dangerous position as well. Cinotti will come away with it. After Giles had managed to snatch that ball off the toe of Bergamaschi. That was the incident that led to the retrospective yellow card for Winnie Heatley. Heatley just going through Monterubiano. So Dragoni's goal separates the sides. Half an hour left in this tie. Cinotti looks to bring the ball near side. Cut back beautifully, Acuti. She's got that attacking instinct. Through the centre, Ferrara trying to set up Sondergaard and cut out by Baldi. Commanding presence and not often beaten, the 31-year-old Italian. She won the Coppa Italia with Roma in 2021, but the bulk of her first two seasons with Roma was spent as a supporting act for Camelia Cesar, the Romanian goalkeeper. Was sent out on loan to Napoli for the last part of her time at the Roma before she joined Fiorentina in 2022. And started playing out with clubs in her region that she's from, Tuscany, most notably with Empoli, helping them to that promotion back in 2017, earning top flight status. Get a little bit of a push into a danger area. Oladipo this time a long way forward. Genoa, far side. They've got players pushing up. Acuti towards the back post. Sondergaard in a dangerous position. Decent looking effort, but Baldi will pluck that out of the air to deny Monterubiano and looks to send Gali on her way, the 18-year-old. Scored a few goals already this campaign for Roma. Started off in the Serie Women's Cup very nicely indeed. Scored the winner against AC Milan back in September last year. That's the effort from Monterubiano a short while ago. Commanding from Baldi, just plucks it out of the air. Ginotti. Maybe asking a little too much. Monterobiano indeed. Up for the goal kick it goes. Heatley. Back to a defensive position. Baldi. Won her only Italian senior cap and a 2-1 win over Republic of Korea in February 2023. Genoa, opportunistic, snapshot from a long way out. Ferrara looks to score against her former side. Former Roma player where she made her debut. Turned up for Sassuolo in 2023. Played on loan at Ternana in 2024. Made her way through the youth ranks at Roma. Won the Primavera title 3 times with Roma's youth team. In fact, 2 of those campaigns, they won every single match in the season. Sondegaard. Monterobiano. Ginotti. A little bit of flair certainly from Ginotti. Brings a little more aggression in midfield. A technical player as well. Liegdami will look for goal. It's not too far away. It's a powerful effort, just driving high of Baldi's goal. Not a Liegdami. Well, she can score some crackers. Scored the first goal in the Norwegian Women's Cup final a few years ago, which Brann went on to beat Stabæk 3-1, I think it was, and then scored for Brann as well. And secured them a place in the group stage of the UEFA Champions League a couple of seasons ago. Intelligent player. And she backs that up with some academics as well. She's got a degree in jurisprudence, which is effectively the philosophy of law. More promise in the build-up again from Genoa, but no finish to come. A couple of players who'll make their way on momentarily, including Sofia Testa. Another one of the young brigade coming through the youth ranks for Roma, the 19-year-old. And another Nigerian in Morinsule Babajide. Gali back to Oladipo, goes on the overlap. Decent looking ball into Pilgrim, pulls it back for Dragoni. First time touch out to Giuliano with the driving ball. He bounced kindly for Kurenchova and the Genoa goal. There's Testa on the left and Babajide on the right. Nigerian that denied Parma one of a rare victory over Roma this campaign. She scored in the 9th minute of added time to secure a 3-3 draw against Parma. It was back in February. Great chance for Dragoni to have 2, and it's parried to safety brilliantly by Kurenchova. Wonderful save from the nearly 38-year-old goalkeeper. Looking to pick her spot once again, cuts back inside, creates space after scoring with her left a short while ago, fires one powerfully with her right. And this time, Kurenchova alert to the danger, away to safety, at least for now. Corner it is. Delivery low, flat, not cleared. And this time it will be. Dragoni again. Recycling. Second chance. Takes a big deflection. Bergamaschi. Giuliano recovers. Looks for the little back heel. Intercepted by Acuti. And then Giuliano goes herself, but woefully wide for a player of her scoring caliber from that sort of range. So we are going to see a couple of changes happening now for Roma. Gali it was. Couldn't quite convert. So changes to come. Bergamaschi's making way. Babajide onto the park. The very dangerous Babajide, signed for Roma last year, London-born to Nigerian parents. And then Testa is on, Chiki's off. Just over 20 minutes to play for Sofia Testa, the 19-year-old. He's come through the youth ranks and is looking to cement her place in the first team. A fine day for Chiki, a fine day for Testa, for quite contrasting reasons. Chiki already well established in her career. Testa getting her senior career underway. Oladipo. Pilgrim, a long way back, feeds it towards Antoine. Here's Baldi. So Roma have one substitution available to them, and Alicia Corelli might be looking to come on to complete a rare feat. The 22-year-old is on 99 Serie A appearances. She'll make her 100th Serie A appearance on the day that Roma lift the trophy, if she makes her way off the bench in today's tie. Genoa have only made the one change, and that was Norma Cinotti coming on at half-time to replace Angel Cuschieri. Gali, one for the future. Former track and field athlete who competed in the 100 meters, very quick across the park. There's Babajide, another who's got some real pace about her game. Three players wait for delivery to come. De Grisio cuts it out. Acuti with the touch. De Grisio with the clearance. Dami. Monterubiano. Up against Oladipo again, who comes up trumps once more. Again, referee Marotta playing advantage. Testa. Dragoni. Hard to believe that they are the same age. Testa starting her career effectively, and Dragoni already a UEFA Women's Champions League winner, multiple league winner. Chance for two, and has two. The 19-year-old strikes again. She's got 7 in the season and 2 in this half. 21 minutes apart for the 19-year-old, and Dragoni has fired Roma into a very comfortable position. Under 20 minutes to play, 2 goals in front, and Coronation Day has seen the platform laid for a tremendous victory. Pilgrim with the cutback. Dragoni at full stretch still manages to direct this. Perfectly capable with either boot. And that's 2 goals with their left foot today. 2 goals for Roma in this half. Giulia Dragoni, not only the first Italian women's player to win the UEFA Women's Champions League, having done that in her first full season with Barcelona, and also the youngest Italian, male or female, to feature at a World Cup, having started the 1-0 group stage win over Argentina at the 2023 FIFA Women's World Cup in Australia and New Zealand. Continues to break records. A very tactically intelligent player, and superb dribbling skills, wonderful ball control, and as you've witnessed today, sublime finishing ability as well. Monterubiano wants it. Acuti taking a little bit of time to decide, and the throw-in has gone the way of Roma. Oladipo says to Gali, leave it. And indeed, Gali tosses it back to the Nigerian defender. Genoa are going to make some changes here. Among them is Georgia. Ashley Giles is, well, Heidi Giles rather, is making her way off. Georgia Batali on in her stead. And then Sonnegaard is off. We'll add to her tally here. And Alessandra Massa, 24-year-old from Genoa, who made her senior debut with Roma. Did so in the Coppa Italia back in January of 2021. She's on in her place. Hilai lifting it away from danger. It's Giuliano. This will be wide. Korinchiova will smother it. Yeah, looking to add to that goal tally this campaign, but not coming here in the league, at least not for now. Dragoni's double strike. Currently separating the sides. So on a hat-trick. Genoa conceded the last hat-trick of this Serie A season. It was against Napoli. Cecilia Flores 3 and a 4-1 win for Napoli. After Heli Bugea scored a hat-trick in Inter Milan's 5-1 win over AC Milan in December last year, and then in February, Chiara Beccari of Juventus scored a hat-trick against Sassuolo in a 4-0 win. So Dragoni could be on for something special if she can find a third in the game. Another player aiming for a landmark here is Rachele Baldi, looking for a 9th clean sheet of the season for her and a 12th for Roma. Far side, Pilgrim with some dazzling skills. It's in behind everybody and nearly tidied up. Oh, so close to being poked home by Testa. Decent follow-up as well. Testa lurking, came the way of Gali. It was just in behind it, then looked to leave it. Korinchiova closing the angle quickly. And away off her knee. So last change. Evelyn Vier is going to make her way off. Marta Bandini will come on. Licia Corelli will need to wait until next season to make her 100th Serie A appearance. Marta Bandini on in her place for the last 12 minutes as she comes on to replace Vien. He will no doubt be looking to score more against Juventus in that Coppa Italia final to come next weekend. Some desperate defending here. Gali can't find the finish either. Marta Bandini on. Teammates call her La Psicologica. She's known for that calm demeanour, level head under pressure. Right in a little pocket of space for the ball to come her way. Instead, just in behind her, Oladipo now. Out wide, Gali. Heatley. Antoine. Pilgrim has Testa close to her. Close down as well, and Genoa come away with possession. They've been excellent on counter-attacks all campaign. That'll be a free kick. Pilgrim just tugging on the arm of her opponent. Gilucci to Hilai. Roma have looked very solid defensively throughout this game, and they have allowed Genoa to take shots. Baldi's been at the ready. Ferrara, decent ball in towards Acuti. Baldi. Hard for Gali. Couldn't find the clearance. Closed down quickly. Good high press. Cinotti looks from range, and that'll be goal kick. So 10 minutes to play. Roma lead by 2-0 in this top versus bottom clash in Serie A. Oladipo. Heatley looks long. Babajide. Gali. Gali, Babajide. Players waiting in the pocket. Julian Dragoni flying forward as well. Maybe looking to sneak in for that hat-trick goal. Shepherds that out, does Vitali, and that'll be a throw into Genoa. A couple of changes to come for Genoa. Who's making their way off? Shada Abate is going to make her way on now, but for Nurali Egdami. Shada Abate, one of the Genoa born and bred players. Makes her way on, and the 23-year-old has got the captain's armband being strapped onto her arm. Mr. Criscio leaves, Lucafo is on. 22-year-old on for the 33-year-old. Lucafo. So both sides have made their 4-5 changes. Abate spent her entire career at Genoa, getting the captain's armband after making her way on. Italy youth international who's had a tough time with injuries, including a torn ACL, which has disrupted her still call it fledgling professional career. Still only 23, not for over a year with that ACL, a couple of years ago now. 7 minutes to play. Gali. Chase on from Pandini. Out of play, corner kick. Pandini gets the signal. Stay out. Feed from the corner. Here's Massa. New players on for Genoa. Giuliano. Turned away by Vigilucci. Testa. Options both sides. Finds Dragoni. Away from Abate. Pandini. He wins it back nicely. Here on the counter, Kuti back inside, just in behind the dangerous Massa. Ferrara. All right, Vitali back to Vigilucci. Ten points this season for Genoa. To avoid going 17 Serie A matches without a win. Their last win against Parma in November last year. Emiliano, the last team to go 17 matches without a win. It was between November 2023 and May 2024. Pilgrim. Win it back against Vitali here. Time though, Roma look forward. Pandini was waiting for it to come in over the head of Abate. It's enough on it to deflect it away inside the final 5 minutes of the 90. Testa. Oladipo. Testa again. That little 1-2 with Dragoni, trying to feed it back. Good ball winning here from Antoine. Drops into a little bit of free space, picked up by Acuti. Now in transition again, Genoa looking to find at least a consolation in this game. Massa clips Oladipo, but picked up by Acuti. And out of play from Gali. Good recovery from the attacking player to help out defensively for Roma. Throw into Genoa, taken quickly. Ferrara, and that's straight at Baldi. Rubiano looks displeased. This is what it means. This is the 27th match against a newly promoted side in Serie A. And they've scored at least one goal in every single one of those games. And they have never lost. Won every single one of their 12 home matches against newly promoted sides as well. Despite being champions twice before, they've never gone a campaign without losing at least 2 matches. They've only lost 1 match so far. That was that almost freak 5-2 loss to Fiorentina on Matchday 5. Since then, they've been unbeaten. Looking for a 4th consecutive clean sheet now. And the crowd has found their voice. Tracks back as Massa breaks through. Ginotti out wide. Avate waits. Monterubiano waits. It's coming towards Monterubiano, but Baldi reads it nicely. denies Genoa the chance of a goal. One away from home in Serie A. Genoa, both their victories in this campaign came at home. Good 3-1 win over Ternana on Matchday 3. After testing both AC Milan and Lazio in their opening 2 matches. About the odd goal in 2-1 defeats. Pandini tries. Corencheva, not much footwork to just take a wide and to get on the end of that one. The other victory came Matchday 5 against Parma. He came off the bench and fired the winner 2 minutes from time. Goal of the season. Hilai.
C'è il rosso e il blu insieme, il verde e il blu. Scusa, il rosso. Sto diventando matto.
Dragoni, as we hit the 90th minute, both goals that separate these sides.
Non sa come toglierli, l'ha visti però.
She is in possession.
Manco Franco.
A little deep now as well. Pilgrim, Dragoni still maintains position well away from goal. Pilgrim tries to drive one into any one of the 4 awaiting Roma players. Ricochets out for the corner. So another set piece chance for this Roma side. Capital club. About their business with some authority this campaign. They've put in champions performance after champions performance. They've been measured, they've been mature, they've been authoritative. And the supporters, as you might well hear, are enjoying every moment of this closing home occasion. Nothing for Roma from this corner. Variation in towards Pilgrim, who slaps it high. 3 minutes of additional time. Hilai feeding Vigilucci. Sundagar, who's recently been replaced, scored the historic first goal against Milan. Vigilucci got Genoa's second goal against Lazio, also in a 2-1 defeat. Ginotti does enough to earn the corner. Maybe something on here for Genoa late. We've had a good few 2-1 scorelines throughout the campaign. As to Milan, to Lazio, to Como. To Milan in both games by 2-1. As to Inter as well, 2-1 recently, just last month. From the corner, not quite deep enough, comfortably cleared at the near post. Players charging forward, and Giuliano looks to feed it into the path of the on-rushing Roma midfield. This one, though, is drilled well wide of target. 90 seconds remaining, Baldi over it, she'll not rush this. Campione, Roma. Genoa have competed strongly. The season has really mattered for Genoa. Just a reminder that even difficult seasons can produce some moments of resistance and belief, and a couple of moments of magic as well for Genoa. Hilai scored in Genoa's first Serie A win against Ternana back in October last year. Scored the opener. Lippmann as well, and Monterubiano rounding off the scoring. That 3-1 victory. While Ternana and Parma, the two sides they beat, will remain in the top flight. Genoa, alas, will not. Genoa kept the scoreline tight at half-time. It was 0-0, but Roma's control turned into a little bit of a statement in the second half, with Dragoni scoring a brace. For Luca Rossettini, Serie A might be done, but the season is not. The Coppa Italia final to come in 8 days' time against Juventus in Vicenza. that the end of this fixture, that the end of this Serie A season. Roma have defeated Genoa by 2-0. They've won their 17th game of the season. They finish it with only one defeat in their 22 matches. Luca Rossettini has got some golden glitter for this Roma side. Once again, the capital club returns to the very top, and they unseat Juventus after losing the title to the Bianconeri last season. Against Genoa, the bottom side relegated, and Roma are champions, and they conclude their campaign with a fine 2-0 victory at home. The celebrations will continue. In a couple of days' time, the focus will shift towards the Coppa Italia final to come. But right now, the champions who got us underway at the Stadio Tre Fontane, just over 90 minutes of football ago, get to celebrate in front of their home supporters. What a moment for the champions on one side of this ground, and the wounded and relegated Genoa on the other side. You've got a feel for the relegated side. They'll change a division next season, but it doesn't erase what they've managed to achieve in parts in this campaign. But for Roma, in the 90 minutes they've played out here today, they have concluded yet another magnificent chapter in Serie A football. This golden generation happy to continue. 3 titles in the last 4 seasons for Roma. Pilgrim among those who will celebrate the success of this side. She only joined in January 2024, but she won the Serie A and Coppa Italia titles in her first season with Roma. Looking to do that again this campaign. For the Genoa players, spare a thought. Time for reflection, time for rebuilding to come. A season that mattered so much. Well, a guard of honour from Genoa for this Roma side. Ahead of the start of this tie, Acuti and Giuliano, the 2 captains, conducting the coin toss with referee Maria Marotta. And this was Luca Rossettini's day in charge of this Roma outfit. Roma had their chances. They created so many. Harvey with the first opportunity of the game. Drilled one towards goalkeeper Kurinciova. Another opportunity. Wide, just drilled a little high and over. Harvey again. Not too far away, although Kurinciova would have had it covered had it been below the bar. Harvey again producing magic down that far side flank. A little fortune there for Genoa. Kurinciova saved it onto the shins of Al-Mahilai. Ball back towards her, and she was able to smother it before anybody from the opposition could pounce. Giuliano then in a position in which she scored on numerous occasions already. Couldn't add to a 12-goal tally from there. Half-time, 0-0 at the Stadio Tre Fontane. Genoa might have fancied they might have been on for something, but it didn't take overly long for Roma to assert a little dominance and show they have been the champion side. Lovely pass, beautiful run, and a splendid finish from Giulia Draioni. Still only 19, but utterly magnificent. The on-loan Barcelona star. The players around her calling for the ball to come their way, and she takes it on her own and finishes with aplomb. Genoa, though, nearly fashioned an equaliser. Giuliano was with a charging run forward after a foul on Monterubiano. Advantage played by the referee. Genoa would have another chance a short while later. This one, though, plucked out of the air by Baldi as Monterubiano looked to get in on the act. Genoa would not lie down. Somebody who can score with powerful efforts. Nourali Igbami was left with a little too much time and space. Fired her effort agonizingly high. And then there's the return ball. Dragoni, magnificent save. Top draw from Korenchova, 37-year-old Slovakian international. Denying Dragoni. But she wouldn't deny her on this occasion, though. Back beyond the goalkeeper. Dragoni had 2 in the game, 2 in the half. Roma had that cushion goal. Now with 18 minutes to play in the game. Roma would have a good few chances to score another. This one falling the way eventually of substitute Sofia Testa. Unable to find the finish. Korenchova closing down the angle, but that would be the end of this tie. That would be the end of this league season. Roma on home soil will get to lift the trophy. Not quite the statement result that they would have liked, but they dominated, they controlled, and they found the back of the net twice. The stage is just about set. Roma gathered in a group behind the podium. Players with much to celebrate in the colours of Roma. Corelli didn't make it onto the park today. Bruce Springsteen around the venue. It's Catherine Valle. 35 next month, the Danish international. And a few celebrations. A few Danish players, including Frederikke Torgersen, Dorsen, although Norwegian, is celebrating with her Danish teammates, and the 2 Nigerians who star for this Roma side have got the Nigerian flag out as well. The wolf mascot for Roma in attendance, as the players will receive their medals and the trophy shortly as well. Garriga, German, with Oladipo and Babajide. Well, the official mascot for the Roma women's team, Romina, the female wolf character, was introduced to partner the club's long-standing male mascot, Romolo. Both Romolo and Romina here for the occasion as well. The name, here they are, Romolo and Romina. There's Romolo. Well, the celebrations continue. The mascots sporting the year 753 on their back. The traditional date for the founding of Rome by the twin brothers Romulus and Remus, 753 BC. A tremendous occasion for the players of Roma. Test up on those who got some game time today on the rising star. the regular tunes for championship sides have been playing. Celebrate from Daft Punk, now a little Tina Turner, Simply the Best.
Inizierà la cerimonia di premiazione per la vittoria del campionato della Serie A Women Ancora stagione sportiva 2025-2026.
Campione of 2025-2026, this AS Roma side. It's Giada Greggi, integral part of this campaign and season. Genoa watch on. It's heartbreak for Genoa. Relegated this campaign, but they're there to applaud, to acknowledge, and to pay their respects to a side that has gone beyond expectations. So much expectation on Roma, but they've carried that, and perhaps most importantly, this Roma side has managed to not only elevate themselves to the top spot, but they've managed to elevate the women's game in Italy. Serie A Women Ancora trophy that'll be held aloft by Manuela Giuliano and her side in mere minutes. A massively significant moment for the players, and indeed in the wider story of Serie A Women. A team that has set the benchmark. Players making their way to receive their medals. Olivia Lukasheva, Czech star, Rachele Baldi, and behind her Valentina Soju. The goalkeepers with their medals, and Baldi with a little kiss of the trophy that she'll get a chance to lift momentarily. Katrin Weyer, the Danish star, who joined after leaving Crystal Palace last year. Winnie Heatley turns 25 next month, the Australian from Queensland. He played in Sweden as well, now winning crowns in Italy after winning crowns in Denmark as well. Antoine and Juan Baldesate of Spain, Shukurato Ladipo, Nigeria, so too Valentina Bergamaschi, Federica Torgersen, Anna Tsiki of Hungary, Samantha Van Diemen before. Giulia Dragoni has been astonishingly good. 2 goals on the day. Giada Greggi, who began her career in Rome with Res Roma, making her debut with the club back in 2014. Scored a magnificent goal in the 2-1 victory over Fiorentina in 2023 that secured the Serie A title for the first time in the Roma's history. Marta Pandini, Annalena Ricca receiving their medals as well. Martina Cherubini, Alice Corelli, Sofia Testel gone through. Alea Pilgrim receiving her medal. And players enjoying the emotional moments. Fred Dorsen, Emily Harvey, Morinsola Babajide, Rossana Ventriglia, the youngster, Miss Babajide, Giulia Gali, there's Sofia Testa. And the crowd appreciating every moment as the coaching staff will receive their medals as well. Luca Rossettini and his team. There's the captain though, the inspirational leader, the first Roma player to reach 200 appearances, and she did so this season. It was in the UEFA Women's Champions League against Vålerenga. She's helped the Roma to every trophy the club has won, from their first title in 2021 right the way through to this one. Manuela Giuliano to raise the trophy aloft as Queen rounds out across the Stadio Tre Fontane in Rome. The capital club Roma can celebrate. We are the champions of 2025-2026. They were unseated last season by Juventus. But for the third time in their history and for the third time in 4 seasons, Roma are champions, and they've done it with a season of authority. Every training session, every recovery session, every single match they dominated. They played with intensity, they trained with intensity. They've got silver in their hands, they've got history at their feet, they've got a trophy that they can celebrate. The champions of Serie A women, AS Roma. And as the confetti falls in Rome, one season closes with celebration for this Roma side. Another proof of pride, another proof of excellence. From the opening weekend to the final whistle, they've set the standard. 17 wins, only 1 defeat. Champions crowned, trophy raised, and another chapter in Italian women's football. Everybody will get their chance with that trophy. And there's still a chance of another trophy on the horizon for Roma by next weekend. Roma take the results. They take the win on the day and the trophy for the season. And from Rome, the champions have once again shown their quality. What a delight to watch their team, and this team, in action throughout the campaign. This is what every player dreamed of at the start of the season. And dreams indeed turned into reality through a glorious campaign. Pride restored. And there's the man behind it, Luca Rossettini, the 40-year-old who played 17 seasons as a professional, 300 appearances as a defender. 12 of those seasons he played in Serie A himself. And he's masterminded this wonderful campaign. Roma's best in terms of overall season statistics. Well, the celebrations will continue long into the night, but another champions performance throughout the match, throughout the season. There'll be time for photographs, time for media opportunities, and time for a little rest and reflection before the Coppa Italia final. But for now, celebrate the champions of Serie A women, AS Roma, campione of 2025-2026.